Hey everybody! So coming to you live in the park. Just did my little walk slash run around the park here, and just want to jump on and talk about continue the conversation, if you will, on the book I've been reading. If you saw my post about Thomas Jefferson, that was kind of alluding to this book that I'm reading. Excuse me. And I got to tell you, man, I'm really, really enjoying it. I started listening to the audio. A friend of mine recommended the book, and the way they talked, it was like, okay, I got to get this book, and so I ordered it, and I couldn't wait for the physical copy, so I started listening to the audio, and wow, just the beginning, just the whole part where if you saw the part where I talked about Thomas Jefferson got it wrong in the whole pursuit of happiness, you realize that our whole life is based, our culture is based on uh, measuring um, against an ideal that'll never happen. That happiness that's just far out there. And someday I'll be happy, and someday I'll get it. If I do this, or get this job, or get this promotion, or marry the perfect person, or you pick, you fill it out, right? I mean, look at all the ads. I talk about that. All the ads that are on there on TV. All the ads of, man, if you drive this car, you're going to be happy. If you drink this beer, you're going to be happy. You know, if you take this vacation, that's going to be your happiness. And the problem is you're measuring your happiness one on a physical thing that, excuse me, that you're expecting to create happiness, and you're totally not living in the moment. You're missing the opportunity to be happy now. And so the whole book talks about, um, at least as far as I've gotten, is talked about measuring backwards. Now, I've talked in the past about not looking at your past, as far as your rearview mirror. It's your past is your past, and don't dwell on it. But the thing is, it just keeps coming up, and your past will continue to keep coming up until you learn from it, grow, and go. And so this book is really giving you some practical perspective on how to do that, so that you can let go of the past. Literally, I mean, he talks about measuring yourself from the past, but not basing yourself on the past. See, what happens is so often we feel bad and we look at our past because we're measuring from our past all the way to where we wish we were, or where we'd love to be. And you're passing up where you are today. And that's the whole problem. That's why we say, hey, don't look at your past. Don't measure your past. Don't focus on your past. Your past is the past, because you're measuring it against this ideal. And the fact of the matter is you've got to measure where you are today based on where you've come from. I mean, heck, just last week or last month. I mean, look at last year with COVID, the last 2 years. How far have you come? How things have you survived through, uh, all these COVIDs, all the different variations of COVID. And I mean, the fact that you're still here watching this video, the fact that, you know, gotta pray that you have a job, that you're still working. How we've figured out how we can work and do things that we never thought were possible 10, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, heck, 4 years ago. If you think about it, just go 3 or 4 years back. Things that you said were never going to happen. I mean, just crazy stuff that here's a funny one. Uh, you can get alcohol to go in Texas. Heck, you would have thought that was never going to happen. You could fight. I mean, you could have people fighting for that, and that was never going to happen. Boom, COVID comes. You can buy alcohol, get it to go. They'll deliver it. That was not going on pre-COVID. So, I mean, there's some crazy other stuff. I mean, the fact that how many people are working from home. Businesses thought that couldn't be productive, couldn't have productive employees unless they were standing over them. And now there's employees that will not accept anything else. I mean, restaurants, thought that it was okay to treat their staff, like hired, I don't want to say just hired help, just, I don't know, I don't know the words to say, third party, third world wages, it's like, and the fact that they can't do that anymore. The restaurants are fighting for people because they're not changing their culture. They're going back to pre-COVID. They're not focused, and so I got off on a tangent. Sorry, but I mean, I'm just things that we focus on, and the way we're measuring ourselves and the things that are happening is really the deal. So I hope that you'll go pick up the book. This is the book, The Gap in the Gain, by Dan Sullivan and really Benjamin Hardy. And I'd love to read it with you, and I'd love to talk about it. I'm going to be sharing some other stuff. I shared a brief TikTok today and a brief reel, if you want it, and even on the shorts on YouTube. Anyway, catch all those media platforms. But just kind of the premise of the gap and how you get in the gap. And then I'm going to do a TikTok or a reel or a short video as far as how you can be in the gain and start measuring yourself in the gain, just real simple. And then, then throughout the book, I'm going to just try and like jump on live and do some posts and stuff to kind of help you with some more practical ways to do that. Because the thing is if you're in the gap for yourself, right? If you're measuring your expectations on yourself from where you are to your ideal, then you're doing the same thing to people around you, right? You're measuring you're measuring them based on your ideal, what your expectations are. And you're totally missing the opportunity. And I am too. I'm guilty. Gosh, guilty as charged. And I love that I'm realizing, all the things that, I'm missing. And I can go back and think about, where we are. I mean, heck, this year we celebrate 20 years of marriage. And look how far we've come. Look, the blessing of being married 20 years. Man, that's unbelievable. What a blessing. That I have family, that I have a daughter and a grandson, and where we've come the last 20 years. And so I say all that because you know we all need it. We all need to have a change in mindset, and man, it'll bring happiness, it'll bring joy, peace, confidence, self-esteem, and all the things that you want to have when you reach that XYZ for happiness. You can have. And so I pray you'll jump on with me. I pray you'll pick up the book. I get no plug. This is totally I get no funds from this guy. I just think it's just an amazing book, and I'm in for transformation this year. 2022 is definitely a transformational year for me. And if you want to enjoy the journey and go on a transformational journey with me, then I encourage you to pick up this book and man, let's rock and roll and do all this together. And I'm just going to sign off. I hope you have a blessed day. Hey, if this will help, if this is something that somebody else needs, post it to them, share it with them. Please like and comment. Man, I could sure appreciate the conversation that we could have. Comment, I'm in the gap. If you're going to get the book and you're going to join with me, comment below. Shoot me a message if you want to join some of these lives. I'd love to, I can invite you on a live and tell you what we could schedule it together. So, again, thank you. Like, love, and post and share. God bless, and y'all have a blessed day. See ya.